Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Jay Sit Down Podcast. I'm your host Jay, and I'm here today with my boy Miles here, and we're here to talk quarterbacks in the AFC under the most pressure in 2024. So it should be a pretty interesting one, and I think we got a lot of good candidates on the list. But before we get into that, Miles, thank you for joining us again on the show.
Of course, man, no problem. Let's on with the podcast.
Yes, sir. So yeah, like I said, this year, there's a lot of players under pressure to perform. Some of them having to do with contract, obligations and things like that, as far as like getting, their next deal or whatnot. But specifically, quarterbacks is what we're focusing on, and in the AFC. Who are some guys for you as far as quarterbacks wise? I mean, that you think are under the most pressure to win this year?
There's two that to me are leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else, and that's Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Because year in, year out, they produce in the regular season, they put up PPP numbers, but when it matters in the playoffs, they, well, Josh Allen is the chief quarterback. Lamar, I'm not even really concerned with how they do in the regular season. They don't have to put up any caliber numbers. They gotta. Their pressure is to be passed.
Yeah, I think so too. Josh Allen definitely. Like, man, as far as the Bills, man, I'm like a dude. It's like, man, they feel the talent year in year out, and they make it there close at least, but they just can't do it. And it's like, yeah, the Chiefs have been a thorn in their side the past couple of years, but like they've beaten them before. You just got to find a way to do it. Josh Allen's got to find a way to do it, and I think, especially after they got rid of Diggs and everything, and they're looking kind of suspect right now offensively. So I'm interested to see how that's going to work out with the receiving core. But I think, yeah, Josh Allen is definitely a candidate, and Lamar Jackson, of course, as well. The media will not let him go by without hearing that he's got to step it up. He's got to win. So I agree.
Yeah, I think as far as the other top team, if you will, I think CJ Stroud is still young, still has time to kind of keep moving along. Joe Burrow's already beat him. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers doesn't really prove anymore. He's out there playing with house. So I think those two, yeah, I think those are the two out of the AFC where if we don't see Josh Allen, if they match up in the playoffs again, he comes up without a win. Buffalo might start off look at look at the core of their team. I don't know. I'm not saying get rid of Josh Allen, but maybe a coaching something.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you definitely got to start looking within the organization if this happens again. Um, now again, if it happens this year, they might go off of the excuse for it's like, well, I mean, he didn't have like, or he still had young receivers, so it's like, yeah, we can kind of give him some leeway there, right? We had some of our defensive players were hurt. Matt Milano's out for a year, but at the end of the day, man, the Bills got Josh Allen's got to find a way to win, dude. He's too talented, man. I hate to see it, man, because he's so talented. I want to see him get to that big stage. If not win it, at least get there. And Lamar Jackson, same deal. He came close to last year. But my quarterbacks for me are um, Deshaun Watson,
Okay.
Joe Burrow, um, and yeah, of course, like I already said, Lamar Jackson. But those are two guys that you didn't name that I think are under the most pressure as well. Deshaun Watson being got that big deal, we all know it. He
Right.
hasn't really, you know, played up
Yeah,
to
you
that
got,
deal.
you got to Cleveland.
Yeah, like he hasn't he hasn't played up to it. He's been hurt. I mean, but even when he was healthy, man, he only looked decent probably for like a game or two. That so he's definitely to me under the most pressure to win this year.
Especially, I think because of how well they did without him. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If Joe Flacco can come in and do as well as he did, there's no excuse for much money Watson to come in.
Right. Exactly. Like there's no. There's no excuse. Like Joe Flacco, he came in and took them to what was it the wild card? It's the wild card round or the divisional? It's wild
Nah,
card, right?
they lost to the Texans.
Yeah. They took them to wild card round, lost against the Texans. But yeah, like this is a journeyman QB at this point, and he comes in and he. So it's like the optics don't look good for Deshaun Watson in this case. So he's got to come in. He's gonna be healthy. He didn't really play in the preseason, so he should be well rested up and healthy to come in and he should be playing like obviously he's not gonna be back to his 2020 Texans self. We know that. That was a different dude. um, but somewhere close to it. Serviceable. You know what? Let's say serviceable. Just be a serviceable quarterback.
Yeah, not turn the ball over too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like as talented as he was in Houston, you would think being serviceable for him would be easy based off his Houston days. But like you said in Cleveland, just hasn't looked like the same guy. He just has.
He hasn't. Like I said, only maybe one or two games. One that I remember was against the Ravens. He did have a good game, but like other than that, he just has played just below par, below average. That's not going to cut it in the AFC. And the Browns have aspirations to go somewhere. They feel like they have a talented team, and I do think it's talented. And then moving on to Burrow, I do think he's under pressure as well. I know he just hurt last year. It's an interesting take, but just hear me out. Look, Joe Burrow was hurt last year. I understand that, but he's coming back. He's gonna be healthy this year. Like he's gonna have most of everybody except for Joe Mixon with the Texans. You're gonna have Jamar Chase probably. Um, Most likely, you're gonna have T Higgins.
Right.
You're gonna have everybody pretty much there. Like the defense has gotten better. Like the defense has gotten better to me, and especially in the secondary, they're getting up there. I like Dax Hill. He's a pretty nice player, underrated player. Um, Cam Taylor Britt, like they got good defenders, man. I just think the Bengals, like there's no reason, dude. They shouldn't be back to where they were. Was it 3 years ago? An AFC Championship game.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if I put as much out of Deshaun Watson or Mike Josh Allen than Burrow. The reason I would say Joe others already shown us before, like,
Yeah, yeah,
but I understand what you're saying though that as good as we know Joe is, if the team looks the way it does this year, there's no reason you.
yeah, yeah. Like I mean, people were kind of giving Cincinnati a pass for last year, you know,
Can't.
because he was hurt and stuff. But it's like now he's back. Apparently, he's really feeling good and stuff. Like so, even got a new hairdo. So it's like, so he should be like, people are expecting Cincinnati fans, especially, are expecting him to be back to where he was the year or two before, and give Kansas City a run for their money.
Right.
So yeah, I think Joe definitely. I mean, I won't say now him. Yeah, like I said, him for sure. And then I know you say Aaron Rodgers is not. I agree with you, but I will say the Jets are under pressure.
Okay, I agree.
Not Aaron Rodgers. Like what's he have to prove,
Yeah,
right? So, but the Jets are under pressure for sure.
because there's been a lot of talk for that team. In general, they're a quarterback away. So now that they have their quarterback, what are they going to do?
Exactly. What are they gonna do? So that's gonna be interesting to follow up and see how they land. I mean, AFC is gonna look. It's you know. Do you think like who's your best bet to? I mean, I know it's early right now. We haven't started the season yet, but who's your best bet to give KC run for their money? Like, I look at all these other competitors in the AFC right now. Like, realistically, who gives them the best competition?
I'm going to say the Texans.
The Texans. Okay.
Yeah, because I think I wanted to say Ravens, but I feel like their best chance was probably last year.
Yeah.
I think Henry is kind of past his prime, not going to have the same effect as Bill. And I think the Texans are only going to get better from last. Like, that's the thing. The Texans are the one team that I confidently say haven't peaked. Everybody else, like we're saying, be as good as they were. When Texans have yet to play their best ball. And, in my
Yeah, yeah. The Texans for sure. They were. If we remember, we talked last time. I picked Houston to kind of like have um, to be, to continue that success. I think they're a team that's going to go further than they did last year. I think they have the potential to, especially the offense is lethal. You know, Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell. I mean, just ridiculous. And Mechie too. So it's like CJ Stroud. Like there's the Texans really are. I think they can get. Yeah, I agree, man. I think they can give KC a game. I really
yeah,
do. Like defensively, I'm on. I don't know. Had to see with that, but
yeah, their defense is not bad for
it's
sure.
not bad. They got some talent.
Not an elite defense. Not an elite.
Yeah, yeah. It's. I gotta see him kind of gel more this year under D'Amico in the second year. Um, but they played well last year enough, given the circumstances.
Yeah.
So. Um, but yeah, man. Like I said, that's who I think. I really do believe those guys right there specifically. Allen, uh, Jackson, Watson, Burrow. I believe those guys. They gotta win. They gotta win at some point. So
Yeah. Any it's really any AFC quarterback, like they're all low key under pressure because it's like how long y'all gonna let Patrick Mahomes dominate? Somebody's got somebody's
right, like I mean, it's like how long do you want to just keep getting sent home by this dude every year, like or watching you know other teams get sent home. It's like at some point we want to see something different. Fans want to see something. Fans want to see another team represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Like fans of their own of these teams, they want to see their teams, playing somebody else in the AFC Championship. That's not Kansas City. So who's going to step up and do that in that dirty work and get the job done and beat them?
Do you think that they'll make the AFC Championship again this
The Chiefs.
year?
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
going
me
to
too.
say that. Yes. I mean, it's like they're now offensively. Like, I mean, no, I can't say that because heck, look at their core last year and they went with that crap receiving core. So it's like I can't even say that. Like, and Rasheed Rice is going to be. uh, He's going to get better, which is scary. They got Worthy. He's going to grow over the year. Like they're going to involve him heavily. I, they brought back Smith Schuster, I believe.
You
Uh,
got
you said what?
Hollywood too.
Oh yeah, Hollywood. Yeah, Marquise Brown. So their receiving core is not horrible. Not fantastic, but it's not horrible. It's serviceable. Yeah, man. I think they're gonna get back. Now, who they're gonna play, that's up for grabs. That's up for discussion. You know, so that's what I think. What about you?
My gut is telling me they're gonna play the Jets. I just feel like the Jets, like we talked about, they've been quote unquote quarterback away. I feel like recently we've seen, Tom Brady be able to go to the Bucks to the ring, and I think the Jets, especially where their defense put together, it's really gonna be like a good team as long as Rodgers.
Okay, the Jets and the AFC champ. Okay, okay. They definitely have the talent to get there. Just barring any injuries, of course, and if offensively, if they can just go out there and just play to the talent level that they're at, then yeah, it's definitely a possibility for sure. For sure, definitely. Because their defense, man, is amazing.
Good.
Yeah, yeah. So okay, not bad pick, not bad, not bad. I could also see the Texans going too. So yeah, yeah. So it'll be interesting, man, for sure. But yeah, man. I mean, like I say, I'm looking forward to it. It's coming up soon. We got Ravens and Chiefs. I think first game of the year. Yep,
Uh,
yep. So that should be. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be looking out for that. Just see how I mean, first game we know, but still, just how they match up. See how like have the Ravens like learn from their last time playing Kansas City. What are they
right.
gonna do differently than they
Right.
did? So before. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, man. Any matchups you're looking forward to this year?
Um, I think Kansas City and Cincinnati play this year.
Hmm.
I'm looking at. And then week one, I'll say outside of I want to see the Packers and the Eagles. As a Packers, I'm interested to see how we match up with the team that just added Saquon Barkley that was already loaded offensively. I want to see how we come out because if we come out and we get blown out, that's not a good sign. We go and compete. I don't even really care about necessarily winning,
Petey.
but if we and it's a really good game, I'll be proud.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, man. The Packers. You talk about the AFC, and they're like you into NFC. Packers definitely a team that people should not be like. I mean, after what they came in Dallas and did, like even though it's Dallas, but look, still it's impressive nonetheless. So in the playoffs,
Right.
on the road, 40 something points against a talented defense. Um, so like, are we going to see those Packers or other Packers? So
First half, the first half of the year last year and the second half of the year were two different teams.
yeah,
And I'm looking for us to keep being the second half team. We shouldn't have to start off slow every year.
right, right, yeah, absolutely. So I'm excited, man, to see Jordan Love and the Packers go ball out. See how their offense is going to look. We talked about that before, like who's going to step up and be that number one guy. Most likely going to be Romeo Dobbs. I feel like he might slide in there, or what? Well, Christian. Well, we talk about that. Christian Watson. He was supposed to be. That's what they drafted him to be, but he hasn't really gotten there yet. So we'll see, man. Who's gonna separate themselves in that crew? We'll see. But yeah, man. Other than that, unless you had anything, that was pretty much what I wanted to kind of discuss on the show today, man. So, anything else you want to add, or you good?
I think we got a good list. I didn't think about Deshaun Watson. He's kind of still on. I think that's a really good pick. He was under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on them for sure this year. But other than that, man, yeah, thank you for coming on today, dude. And giving your list, and everything, and we'll definitely be talking again, of course, throughout the season. Um, Still got another week or so until kickoff, so I'm excited for it. It's been too long. I'm ready for football. So, but that being said, man, thank you again for coming on, and we will be talking to you soon.
All right, bro. Have a good time.
All right, Miles. Thank you.